I'm going to talk about how I like to help students start learning thumb position on the bass using a simple children's song called Mary Had a Little Lamb. First thing with thumb position that makes a big difference is how the bass is leaning against your body and your posture. That's going to influence how you're able to get your hand up onto the fingerboard, where your thumb is on top of the string, whereas in lower positions your thumb is behind the neck. So in order to comfortably get up there and be able to reach your notes and get the strings down, I find it's most helpful to have the bass leaning against your body, or the back corner of the bass here is leaning into my abdomen. And this is gonna maybe vary a little bit because different basses have different width of the rib or the upper bout. But let's see, generally, so the bass is coming at me kind of more at an angle from this direction, as opposed to like being right up against my side. I'm restricted, and especially getting up onto the G string that way, or if I'm behind the bass at the extreme, I can get up there, but then it's hard for me to get to bow the strings in a reliable way. So the happy medium is bass is kind of kitty corner against my body, allows me to reach everything I need to without any crazy adjusting. I'm also able to pizzicato or bow the strings comfortably. So having that set up, also my bass is at a height where maybe my eye level is where my notes, my first finger notes in first position are, like my A on the G string is about at my eye level right now. So once I get into position, I find with my thumb the octave harmonic on my G string. Alright, that's an octave above the open string. Now I find A, which is a whole step above that, with my first finger, my index finger. And then I'm going to put my second finger, my middle finger, and my third finger, my ring finger, both down together. Alright. My third finger will be on B, which is a whole step above the A. Alright, my pinky gets to take a break. So this is what we're going to start off with. Second finger just gets to help for third finger push the string down. And the way I facilitate my finger efficiency is whenever a finger is pressing down the string, if there's any fingers on the scroll side of the bass, they're going to help push the string down, so there's no flying up of fingers that would make it more difficult to get the string against the fingerboard. So G, A, B. Now that's all the notes I need to play Mary Had a Little Lamb, so I'll demonstrate that, starting with the B. So another thing to think about with the bow and getting the string to speak is when you're stopping the string closer to the bridge than you would if in a lower position, you're probably going to need to move the bow a little bit towards the bridge relative to your left hand stopping the string closer to the bridge. So if I'm playing it down here, I could get away with getting a decent tone with my bow a little closer to the fingerboard. But playing an octave up here, it's probably going to work better if my bow moves up towards the bridge as well. Alright, so that's something to keep in mind. And that, like, your same principles of keeping weight in the string are going to apply. Once you get pretty comfortable with doing that and getting in tune on the G string, you can play the same fingering on the D string. You're going to play Mary Had a Little Lamb in D. There's my notes. it's just 3 notes. Just exercising, being able to place those, 2 fingers and thumb down on the string. The thumb gets a harmonic note, which is nice and easy, so you can just touch the string for the harmonic. And then your first fingers and your third fingers will get the help of the thumb to push the string down, which is also helpful.